What is up? Welcome back. We are here at the grand finals of Blizzcon 2013. I am Isaac Azale Cummings-Manley, and I'm joined, of course,
I am Jared Vihel Colston. So excited. I'm so glad that these are the two teams in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but these were my top two picks.
Yeah.
You know, here we go.
Yeah?
Am I a wizard, Jared?
You are.
There you go.
You are a wizard.
And guys, this is going to be a 6 series. We have the first place team from North America, the first place team from Europe, and I'm excited. Is everybody out there excited? Sounds like it. So we're going to head over. We're going to check out the brackets, find out exactly how we did get here. As you can see, skill-capped MIR coming out on top in Group A. And once again, as predicted, meeting in the grand finals here. It seems Group A, a little bit stronger. PvP Live, LGIM, both putting up great fights in those semifinals spots, but just not able to quite come out on top.
No, I mean, they were close matches. I really liked seeing the LGIM games. Like last night against Bleach Bones, and then this morning again, kind of sad that they lost, but somebody has to lose. I
told you, man, I'm a bit of a fanboy. I think they're an exciting team to watch. They're really, really nice guys. They practice hard. They have a nice play style. It's all about that setup. They're not, you can watch Avengers play so different than the other mages from North America and Europe. It's much more about saving up the icicles, going for those burst opportunities. So it's really, really cool to watch. And we're going to take a look at that tournament format and see how we did arrive here. So it is teams randomly seeded into 2 groups of 4. They did a double elimination bracket. The top 2 then advanced to the semifinals, where they're matched up against first seed from Group A, second seed from Group B, and then vice versa. The first map always going to be in a grand arena. Losers will then pick from there, and the matches are going to be best of 5, 15-minute time limit with dampening coming into play 5 minutes in.
Of course, since this is the grand finals, we are going to be playing best of 7. So they're going to have a little bit of breathing room. I wonder if they're going to take that opportunity to play something risky in one of the matches.
Definitely could be, or even if they don't change their setup, they could go with a more risky strategy, go a little bit more all in on someone. Use your defensives to even stay offensive. You know what I mean? Like popping tree form or something like that early. Obviously, he's been playing solo force most of the time, but I'm just talking about kind of using some things that you normally would want to save a little bit more aggressively, maybe even trinketing CCs aggressively, things like that, just to try to really finish someone off and maybe pay for it later if you can't do it. But like you said, if you're up a game or two, it might be worth taking the risk.
Absolutely, and of course, since these are our last 2 teams on stage right now, the prize difference between first and second is so huge. I mean, look at that prize difference. I mean, $105,000 for playing WoW for 2 days, and these teams had to play a bunch of matches yesterday, but it's just these 2 matches to determine if they're going to be able to take away $105,000, plus, of course, those great trophies.
Yeah, we're talking $60,000 difference there. That is $15,000 per map. You win. That's pretty sick, man. I think I could live with that kind of a rate. I wish I was getting paid that all the time, but pretty sick, guys. And we are going to have these teams ready for you pretty shortly. I can't wait to get into it. And I mean, these teams are just going to be getting set up, making sure everything is perfect for the grand finals. And last time we did have these teams already meet in Group A. Obviously, skill cap giving MIR a bit of a beatdown, honestly, but I don't think that we're going to see the same kind of mistakes we saw out of MIR here in the grand finals. They looked like a different team against PvP Live. They looked like they were on point. We did have that one kind of that little blunder from Zunyaki. I don't think he was able to get the Spurs off in the one game that he did die, but overall they looked like they were playing clean, crisp games.
Absolutely. Very dominant play. I mean, it went back and forth a little bit. We saw some great bursts coming out from Novos here and there, but, Min Pyoke, I can't
even ready. We are ready. We're going to have the team introductions over at the stage. Give them a hand. Here's Zoe.
Thanks a lot, guys. Now, fellow humans, you know what time it is? It's time for the fucking finals here on stage. God, I'm so pumped. We've been looking forward for that moment ever since we started, and it's going to be the 2 teams which a lot of the people guessing or like via the hashtag Blizzcon would have said they come out on top. We're going to see those in the finals. And it is going to happen. They both placed first in their regions, and now they're going to be trying to come first here as well at the BlizzCon. And we're going to start with the team from North America. Please, a big round of applause for Skill Cap. And going up against the North American teams will be once more the hope from Europe. Will they take them down? We will see about that. Please give a round of applause for MIR. Both of those teams met already during the group stages where skill cap went out victorious. Will they try to do that again? Yes, they will try, but will they manage? That is the question. And as this is potentially the last time for either of those teams to be here on stage, I would just give each and every one of you the words. Say something to your fans, say something to the people who supported you, say something to the audience, anything you want to let out before the match starts. So maybe let's start with you.
Shout out to Vinruki for being awesome and being such a good friend. And shout out to all you guys for really supporting me. And I didn't expect people to want me to sign their mouse pad. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy the match.
Sunyaki, your last words before the battle.
To be honest, I just hope all you guys will enjoy the games. We'll try and do our best as we can, so you guys get in some amazing games. Whatever, I don't really care how. I mean, I care a little bit how it'll end out, but you know, we're really gonna try and give our best. I think it's gonna be some really, really amazing games. So I hope you guys, all of you guys, enjoy these games.
Thank you so much. So please, team captains, shake the hands. There we go. And we're going to get the finals rolling. Once more, big round of applause for our teams. And we're going to go over to our lovely casters for the finals.
Thanks, Zoe. Welcome back to the caster stage, guys. I'm, once again, Isaac Azale Cummings-Bentley here with Jared V. Hell Colston. And we're getting hyped up here. We're getting ready. And I mean, as you said, it's a best of 7. These teams do have, you know, a little bit more room to give, a little bit more flexibility this time around than they have had earlier. And I think you can say both teams are going to be very happy that it is a best of 7. You know, generally speaking, the more games you play, the more often the better team is going to win, which is really what we're looking for here.
Absolutely.
We want the best team to go home with that first place prize.
Yeah, and I love that it's best of 7. You know, there's no extended match rule, anything like that. Clean slate. Best of 7 matches. And I mean, I know the grand finals normally come down to the 5th game or the 7th game. So if we see a full 7 games played out with both of these teams being able to play very defensive at times, you know, we could see some long drawn out matches where the dampening kicks in and both druids are struggling to heal.
Yeah, I mean, both druids having Heart of the Wild, you know, we could see the kind of the spiking back and forth, so aggressive. How do you balance going offensive, staying defensive as well? You know, where are you going to prioritize what? So definitely really hard decisions will have to be made if we do get to that stage. But guys, we've given you our, you know, our thoughts for who's going to win earlier on and stuff. We know we had the prediction of skill cap winning. You know, my prediction for the tournament was obviously MIR. So we want to hear your predictions, guys. Hashtag Blizzcon on Twitter. Let us know who you think's going to take it, maybe who your favorite player is, why you think they're going to win. We want to hear it. So let us know, guys. Be sure to hashtag Blizzcon so we can see that. And you can always tweet to us as well. You are IMVHell on Twitter, I do believe, and I am at EGAzale. Always like to get the comments from the fans. You know, interaction is pretty fun.
Yeah, and BlizzCon is a great place for that. I saw so many fans swarming these teams. Like Soda said, somebody asked him to sign his mouse pad.
Yeah, it's sweet, man. I mean, lots of people have been nice enough to come up to me and have a chat and, you know, say hi and everything like that, which I love. But we do have the team rosters, guys, so give a hand for a skill cap. It's going to be Soda playing the Druid, Talbadar playing that Priest and Shaman, and we have Chanimal on the Warlock.
And I mean, these are faces you guys have seen constantly. Of course, Janimal not too well known on the tournament stage, you know, hasn't been around that long, but everyone playing online knows who he is. They know he's a dominant Warlock.
Yeah, and that's going to change here. So MIR on the other side of things. Guys, if you would like MIR to take it home, give them a cheer. It's going to be Mimpoike on the Druid, Zunyaki playing the Priest, and we have No Lifer on the Mage.
I'm really impressed with No Lifers with play this entire tournament. You know, he plays very, very offensive. It's great to see. Every time that he's orbing, it's exactly when he knows his team can burst. And he's done a lot of stopping the enemies, you know, every single time they set up their burst. And it's really important to be able to do that, especially when you're playing against a Druid with Heart of the Wild. Yeah. Some of the times we'll see the Heart of the Wild buff go up, and it just goes completely unused because they have to sit back and play extremely defensive.
Yeah, which is extremely important. And I mean, like you said, sometimes, especially with dampening, when that comes into play, sometimes being able to avoid the damage or prevent the damage is much more important than being able to like heal through that and things like that. So just, you know, creating space for your team can really save so much mana when, you know, you're healing for like 60% less, 50% less, things like this. Every little bit of damage that you stop is that much more important. You know, it's like when you're up to 50%, it's twice as important to stop that damage. So it's pretty incredible, and he has been playing it very, very well throughout the tournament. You know, as you said, the whole team is playing really well, though, honestly, otherwise they wouldn't be in the grand finals. But, you know, having played against these guys, a lot of the time, online is pretty sick. But guys, guess what? We are moving on into the first game here. It's going to be in a grand arena. Let's hear it, guys. We have a packed crowd here. Let's hear it. So guys, it's going to be Skill Cap from North America going up against MIR from Europe, the first place team from both of the regions here, battling through the brackets, going up against, you know, adversity for MIR, having to come back from the lower brackets, having been beaten already once by Skill Cap. Will they be able to overcome it here, Jared?
I don't know. This is going to be a tough road for them, knowing that they lost before. That has to be on their minds.
Definitely does. Will they be able to have the mental fortitude to overcome that, to, you know, stay calm here, to not worry about those earlier games? Once again, you can see those players. It is going to be Soda playing the Druid, Talbot on the Priest, Chanimal on the Warlock, MIR is going to be having Minpoike playing the Druid, Zunyaki on the Priest, and No Lifer on that Mage. I love that picture of how happy Chanimal is, man. That's just great. But anyway, guys, the countdown has begun. The gates have opened. Let's hear it. Chanimal going to be putting down the gateway to start things off here. We'll be playing that sack spec, and we are going to have Minpoike, Zunyaki, and No Lifer playing that shatter play, playing their go-to comp. They haven't busted out the Warrior, and I guess they're confident with what they lost last time. They can fix these mistakes.
Absolutely. Now, we see the damage already coming out from Talbot. He's doing a great job of trying to get that dot coverage all over the enemy team to get those procs.
Yeah, and we do see the beam going down already, Earthquakes being dropped, just trying to harass this team as much as possible. At the same time, we see No Lifer building up those icicles. He's already up to 3. Going to be looking to go for some bursts here relatively soon. I do believe he's going to be at 4 now. And we see Talbot he doesn't want to let them have that space, doesn't want to let them have the time to get that set up, so Talbot pushing in there, getting aggressive, dropping the Thunderstorm. You can see those Lava Surge procs coming out, just trying to harass them as much as possible. Another Earthquake going down. The Halotare coming out on No Lifer. They're going to be going hard onto Zunyaki here, who is in a bit of an awkward position. Going to drop the Sci-Fiend, and he'll be perched immediately and killed by that Chain Lightning. And No Lifer now is going to get defrozen, reflected, I guess, by a meta or grounding totem. I'm not sure.
Yep, and I just talked to Soda, and he is playing that meta, the Spell Reflect. So we're going to see that a couple times during this match.
Yeah, definitely, but that's a huge one. Very, very lucky there for Soda. We do see the clone now offensively onto Zunyaki. He's down at 200k HP. They're going to try to look for the CC onto Minpoike. He's going to be able to meld that fear from Chanimal's. Nice job by him, but the clone comes in on No Lifer. He has to trinket. Zunyaki pulling back behind the pillar. Going to catch the NS there from Minpoike. The Shroom going to have to be used as well, as Zunyaki was in a lot of trouble there. He's building up the orbs once again. Going to be rebuffing. Talbot are doing a good job constantly removing those buffs, and you know it's important to continually rebuff them, but you can see No Lifer has the trinket up. He has the Icy Veins, but he's being pushed back.
He is, and it's a great job of Talbot playing extremely offensive. I really like this Earthquake play, you know, negating the back of that pillar.
Yeah, definitely, you know, harassing them, forcing them to push out there. Definitely not something they want to deal with. We see Zunyaki trying to push towards Soda constantly, but he's just getting harassed so much, getting knocked back, getting rooted, getting typhooned away as well. And now, once again, going to chase after Soda. There's the deep freeze. They're looking for the damage. Will it come out? He's just going to try to fear off of that. And now they're going to go hard on Talbot, I think. The CS comes out on Chanimal's. Silence on Talbot. It's triple CC. He's in some trouble, but he pre-Sham Rage. A great job by Talbot. Devouring Plague being reduced so much by that. And look at Zunyaki down to 70k. He gets the disperse off, but Ironbark overlapped him in Minpoike, falling way behind. Going to have to use a Trank here. He's going to get NS cloned on it by Soda. That's going to have to be trinketed. Zunyaki healing himself up behind the pillar, but now No Lifer is a target. He may have to go into the ice block. He does, as the offensive beam comes out there from Talbot, just keeping the pressure up here as Skill Cap, setting the pace of the game.
They really are. Zunyaki's still in trouble right now. Minpoike is being forced to play in positions he doesn't like so far. Getting crowd controlled constantly by this team of Skill Cap.
Here's the big howl coming out there. Minpoike has popped his Heart of the Wild, but he hasn't been able to go offensive. He's going to get feared now. There could be some trouble here for Zunyaki, who has no disperse. He's trying to run away. He's kiting with those feathers, getting back to his team here. He has to stop that clone. He's unable to do it, though. The full clone coming out there onto Minpoike, and now the Hex comes out onto No Lifer. They're going to try to set up off that. Look at the big damage coming in from Talbot, dipping him down to 150k. The Power Ward Shield comes out. Palm goes out as well. The Ironbark used there, but now there's a bash onto Minpoike. Do they have any more CC off that? Doesn't look like it, and the Displacer comes out from Minpoike. They're trying to cut away. They're trying to reset here. Zunyaki low on mana. He's having to heal so much to keep his team alive, and the Heart of the Wild almost expiring here from Minpoike. He hasn't been able to go offensive at all.
Not at all. No Lifer is still in trouble. Playing the corner of that pillar, great. Trying to get all those icicles up to set up his burst, but they really haven't done much after that initial burst onto Talbot. You know, he's going to have everything back up the next time they try.
Definitely will, man. He's going to have that Sham Rage, all three members of Skill Cap with that trinket remaining as well. Minpoike not having that for himself, but, you know, the Shatter Play able to turtle for a very long time, you know, with that palm bouncing behind the pillar. It's very strong. Sci-Fiend going to be killed off immediately as well. We see the bash coming out now onto Talbot, Sheep onto Channimals. They're trying to get this 3v1 cross CC set up. There's the Fear and the Sheep now onto Soda. The Tremor was used. It was a bit of a waste as the Poly did come out immediately after. Sham Rage is up. up, but he's taking a lot of damage, and Orb wasn't even used there, so there could be some trouble coming out here as they try to go for the resheep. Is he going to be able to land? It doesn't look like it. The NS coming out now, and Zunyaki's very low.
Oh, Zuniaki, get behind him. Oh, wow.
And you can see them just jumping up and down, cheering there. Zuniaki just got so low, and I think his disperse literally just came up as he died.
Yeah, and that's all these games are going to be. They're going to try to force defensive cooldowns out of these teams and then catch a window when they don't have anything for it. I was scared for Talbadar at the start after that first burst came out.
Yeah, me too, man. That was definitely a pretty scary situation there. But Zuniaki just getting absolutely blown up by Talbadar. I mean, they got the CC out on Soda. They were obviously trying to go a bit offensive there. And I was watching Soda get CC, and then all of a sudden Talbadar just absolutely rocked Zuniaki, got him so low, and they just weren't able to pick him back up, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were trying to crowd control Talbadar during that burst period, but he trinketed and immediately Ascendance and started tossing those lava bursts.
Yeah, and obviously it was a very good choice when you talked about knowing the time to go offensive and everything. So obviously they did pick the right moment there. It's going to work out for Skillcap, who now is up 1 game. They only need 3 more games, guys, and they will be your global champions here at BlizzCon.
I'm so excited for these matches. I love the amazing play. Everyone, I didn't see any position that was a bad choice during that from anyone on that team.
Yeah, I mean, they played so well, and we can hear the crowd getting pumped up in the background. This place is packed, and we appreciate everyone coming out, showing your support. These teams definitely appreciate that as well. They can hear you cheering. They can feel the vibrations and everything, at least. They do have those soundproof headphones, but these guys know that you're giving them your support, and they appreciate it.
Absolutely. They just need to peek over the monitors, and then suddenly you can see all these people in front of you, and it sounds like, Skillcap, definitely the crowd favorites from day one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's that North American team. The people have that kind of home team pride, right? So we are here in Anaheim, California, and obviously, Soda being a California native as well, so that kind of adds a little something. Chanimal from Australia, Talbadar, he's Northeast, but still, it's still America.
It absolutely is, and with well-known players like you have Soda, who's been to so many tournaments over the years.
Yeah.
As long as I can remember, all those MLGs way back in the day and stuff, and he's always that anchor for the team, that healer.
Yeah, I mean, the first MLG I went to, actually, our team played against Soda in lower bracket finals.
Yeah?
Yep, there you go, man. It was first tournament for him, first tournament for me. Van Ruki, Soda gave him a shout out. He was at the second tournament. There's a number of guys who have been, right at the top since 2008.
Absolutely, and it's great to see him on stage, and that has to play a role into why they're the crowd favorites. Having somebody like Soda just being that rock on the team that you can always count on if you want to follow long tournament experience and follow his story.
And we have streamers here as well. Both Soda, Talbadar stream. People love to tune into them. Very fun streams to watch as well. So you develop some more fans there, and they're just great guys. They're great players, and why wouldn't they have a lot of fans?
Yeah, and the one thing I love about WoW Esports now is that streaming, it plays such a big role in everything now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make a huge fan base. You can pitch your support from all your fans. Just constantly, every single day. And not only that, you can see high-level play whenever you want now.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you definitely have a lot of access to that you didn't in the past. So it's pretty sweet. We are just waiting for that map pick here from MIR. It is obviously going to be their ability to do that. And I do believe that we have to go through all the maps before we can repick a map. So if we go to the end, I think that's how it works. I'm not positive. We'll get confirmation on that for you guys. But I do believe that's how it works. And, if you were MIR, what map would you be going for? Where do you think the advantage lies for them? I mean, you probably don't want to go on a 2-level map because
not at all. So,
Thunderstorm.
Yeah, I have a feeling maybe Tolveron at this point. They played really well. Yeah. And when they scored the kill on Novos in the last matches, that was the moment for me that I knew that they love this map. They were able to push up, play very offensively, pull the healer off of the pillar. I would say probably Tolveron.
Yeah, I think Tolveron's a good choice for sure. Do you think we maybe see Runes Loreron in there as well? I mean, I think that might not be a bad decision. But yeah, Tolveron seems to really suit them. I agree. You can obviously push in really hard, but you can, they like to have those moments when they're spreading out and they're pulling back as well. They're trying to recover. They're trying to wait for those proper cooldowns to go in for the burst again. And I think that also suits that map because the pillars are so big. It's the largest map there is. So you can kind of have a bit of both, and I think it does suit them quite well.
Yeah, Minpoike just doing a great job on that map. Oh, looks like it is going to be Ruins of Lordaeron, though. And I like watching the healers on this map because playing as a druid, you could sit way back. You can sit at that 40 yards, roll those hots on all the people on your team. But at some point you're going to have to push up. You're going to have to do some crowd control.
Yep, definitely. But we are now in the game, guys. It's going to be Runes of Lordaeron, Game 2 of your Blizzcon 2013 Grand Finals. Skill Cap, first place from North America, going up against MIR. They're going to be the first place European team. We have Talbadar on the Shaman, Chanimal playing that Warlock, Soda going to be the Restoration Druid for Skill Capped, and MIR is going to have Zunyaki on the Shadow Priest, No Lifer playing that Frost Mage, and Minpoike playing the Restoration Shaman. So let these teams hear it, guys. We're going into the game.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the amount of hit points on the team of Skill Cap just compared. They're both going to have point buff. Well, Zunyaki's team is going to, plus Chanimal is going to provide it for his team. But look at the hit points difference.
Yeah, pretty big.
Talbadar has a lot of hit points.
Definitely does, man. We are going to have Skill Cap pushing up here, taking the tomb right off the bat. We have Talbadar just trying to get aggressive. Going to drop that Earth Grab Totem. Maybe start working away on this Water Alley. You can see it's going to be dotted up there pretty quickly. The Gateway obviously did already go down for Chanimals. He's going to be pushing in, trying to make something happen. We'll follow him out as the Temporal Shield already has to go up there. Encanter's Ward being popped here for No Lifer as well, so he's going to have that available. Meld was used by Minpoike to avoid that first fear. The second one going to land there onto Zunyaki. Now a clone comes out on No Lifer. Look at that U8 spell being caught by Minpoike as he wants to keep his team aggressive early on.
He does, and there goes the Water Elemental pet, dying pretty quickly early in the match. No Lifer is going to have to find some breathing room where he can resummon the pet. There he goes. Not going to be contended right there as he gets the pet off.
Yeah, and we see Demon Soul has been popped here. Look at Zunyaki already getting pretty low here. Ironbark is up. Will he have to disperse this early on? He definitely doesn't want to. It looks like he is going to be able to hold that. So a good job by him knowing that he can't do that. But Minpoike, it's going to cost him his trinket. No Lifer without a trinket as well. And Zunyaki, the pressure not stopping here. Will this map have backfired for them? There's a Howl of Terror. Beam goes down. He's going to have to disperse, I think. The massive burst does come in. He catches a big heal at the same time, though, looking like he's going to be okay. But now Minpoike, the one under fire, down to 300k. He's doing a good job picking his team back up. But look at this pressure now. Soda going to get aggressive. He has his Heart of the Wild up. You can see those Moonfires getting spread around. Everyone taking a ton of pressure here. You can see the play style differences between these two druids. Minpoike using his Heart of the Wild defensively, while Soda here just spamming out those Moonfires, trying to do as much damage as he possibly can. And now the Tranquility with the Heart of the Wild is going to be enough to finally stabilize this MIR team.
Yeah, that was a lot of healing at Minpoike right there. But the Water Elemental looks like it might fall again. So much damage coming out from both teams.
But look at Talbadar. Yeah, Talbadar with the silence. He couldn't get the Shaman Rage up preemptively for this one. The DP goes down. He's taking a lot of damage. He's trying to Ghost Wolf Kite out of there. Soda now out of the CC will be able to get him some big heals. And Shaman Rage, up in 20 seconds, so he should have that available. The Ascendant's going to be popped here. Spearwalker's Grace goes up. He's trying to go hard onto Zunyaki. Zunyaki in trouble. Will he just go down? He needs to disperse. He disperse, comes up, and he still dies at 4k. He needs to get the heals. The Soul Drain coming in. This could be it. Look at that clone coming in. The Cyclone comes in from Soda, and they need to time the burst. Will it be lined up in time? No! Minpoike wins the heal. The ice blocks the bash. The Fear One comes out from Zunyaki, and he is going to survive for now. But for how long?
That was incredible. Excellent. Wow, they were both rushing to get the heal and the damage off as that Cyclone ended.
That was just incredible play from both teams. Talbadar just slightly mistiming that lightning bolt. It would have netted him the second game, but he's unable to do it. But look at No Lifer. The pressure not stopping here. No Lifer down pretty low on HP, and Minpoike has no block. His trinket's still down on cooldown. And really, MIR has got nothing rolling this game. They haven't been able to force anything. No Lifer going to get actually life gripped into the entrance there as Minpoike once again CC'd, and they're just trying to not let him use his trinket, so he does meld that fear, and that's a good job by him. But still, he has a lot of work to do. Zunyaki getting dangerously low. He doesn't have disperse. He's trying to cut away, spamming those feathers, trying to get out of there. But Minpoike could get split up from him. Minpoike into the fear. No Lifer now in trouble. No Lifer is going to be down to 130k, 60k. Will he get the block off? He does. But this pressure is not stopping Soda into the poly, but does it even matter? They have nothing going. And Zunyaki now caught in the middle of the map. He's going to be beamed on by Talbadar, trying to keep that damage rolling. Chanimals spreading dots everywhere, just keeping this pressure rolling. They're going to try to make a swap onto Chanimals. We see the Deep Freeze comes in. He's dipped down about 400k, but he's not in much trouble.
Yeah, Minpoike had to trinket during that burst earlier. Great job by Soda tossing out those Cyclones and forcing that trinket. No Lifer taking a lot of damage right now, but Minpoike is in perfect position, sitting back, and looks like he's going to push up right now and try to play a little offensive as he does eat that full clone.
There's the clone from Soda and Chanimals. They did force his healing cooldowns there. As he did get deep frozen, there was the silence onto Soda. He got DP, but look at Zunyaki. Zunyaki in a lot of trouble here. Still no disperse. He's going to go down, I think, 10k HP, and he's going at 30k. He cannot survive. The trinket is not there for Minpoike. He can't get him up. and that is going to be the second game going to skill capped.
So does my MVP so far. We saw him rush over with that dash on Imimpioke, knowing that he didn't have, right out of that Cyclone. It was incredible. They know he didn't have the trinket up, followed by a fear on Chanimal. And look at those guys. They are so happy right now.
Yeah, and who can blame them? Then are 2 games away. They're already up 2, and the pressure really is going to start taking its toll here on MIR. You lose those 2 first games, the room for error is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And that second game did not look good for MIR. They were just getting dominated start to finish. I mean, really, what did they get done offensively? Almost nothing.
They got 1 Shamanistic Rage. They set up some burst for the second when Talbadar did not have his Shamanistic Rage up, but they hardly used any defensive cooldowns, keeping them up.
Yeah, just incredible play here from Skill Cap. They've been asserting their dominance the entire tournament, and they're looking strong. They're looking poised, but, they haven't done it just yet. We are going to have the next map pick once again here coming out from MIR, but where do they go now? Do they go to Tolvaron? The problem is, we talked about Blade's Edge. We feel Blade's Edge, and Dalaran probably have the advantage in Skill Cap's side.
Absolutely.
And those maps have not been played yet. If you go to Tolvaron, even if you win on Tolvaron, Skill Cap probably picks Blades, and then they have a pretty nice map there, something to fall back on. So it's looking tough. I feel like MIR has to win this next map.
They absolutely do. It doesn't matter what map they pick at this point, because they're going to have to face off on Dalaran or Blade's Edge at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you can't let the momentum get too out of control. The players, getting so pumped up, they're so excited, they're playing so well, and if you let that continue too long, I think it just becomes a little bit too much to overcome. So, getting down 2 games in the grand finals, definitely not the start MIR was hoping for. But we heard Zunyaki wants to focus on, on giving the best games that he can to the crowd, which is very commendable. He obviously cares about winning too, but they're focusing more on just playing their best, and the results will follow.
Absolutely, and that's the way to think. Coming into this type of match. And, the more I think about Blade's Edge and Soda's team, it's really scary playing against them. I mean, look at all the area denial they have, the gateway, the knockoffs. There's so much. I mean, with double knockoffs, one with the Druid and one with the Elite Shaman. I mean, they can do so much. That is so scary. And plus Dalaran, even though they added those back stairs, if you toss a healer off and he's out of line of sight, even for a moment, we saw the kills happen extremely fast in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, even just not the healer, just knock No Lifer into the corner and burst him there. You have a Frost Shock on him, he has to kind of waddle back. It's a pretty tough, man. But yeah, I agree. Those are going to be some rough maps, and I think that also you have to keep in mind you can use Thunderstorm while you're deep frozen. Even if you're just able to break up a little bit of damage, knock them off the bridge. That's a burst opportunity gone. That's one of your kill chances gone. And really, we've seen the windows are small for these kills. You have to get through all the cooldowns. Skill Cap rotates them very well. The mistakes are few and far between for this team. So it's like, if you get through Shaman Rage, you get through Trinket, and then you have your one kind of kill opportunity, and you get punted off the bridge during that deep freeze. Well, guess what? You're back to square one. You have to now get through Shaman Rage again. You have to now get through the Trinket again. And it's going to be pretty crazy. But, guys, they are choosing Dalaran Arena, so they disagree with me. Let's hear some noise, guys. This is going to be Game 3. Skill Cap looking to put it to match point. Can they do it? And MIR looking to battle back, looking to stay strong here. Are they going to make some changes? And, wow, they are. We are going to see Zunyaki swapping it up. He's bringing in the Warrior. This is what we had talked about at the start of the tournament. So they're feeling they cannot take it home with the Shatter play anymore. And we're seeing this big comp change, and I feel like this is a good choice.
It is. I think the mass spell reflection and the spell reflection means they're going to have a lot more trouble trying to stick on their target, because they were pretty able to train Zunyaki, just dump a ton of damage into him nonstop, even through those dispersions. I mean, that what was he at, like 1,000 hit points?
Yeah, he was so dangerously low. I mean, that game almost ended instantly. But Chanimal, Talbadar, Soda, I know from speaking to them, from speaking to the teammates, they have practiced massively against this comp. They're feeling extremely confident against it. So although it is one of the strongest comps, because so many people play it, they have a good chance to practice against it. So Skill Cap up 2-0 in the grand finals. Let's hear some noise. Chanimal throwing down that gateway. Skill Cap looking to push it to match point, and Bro Yaki here is going to be busted out. Going to be thrown in that route right off the bat. He wants to get aggressive, but his target looking like he wanted to be Chanimal's, but Chanimal playing in a great spot, and really it's kind of scary to charge down there against this LSD. Talbadar going to be looking for those knockoffs. across. You can see him trying to push it forward. Maybe go for that Thunderstorm onto him. He's going to go into Ghost Wolf as he does throw that root out onto Zunyaki, but that's going to be intervened out of. And Zunyaki going to be pushing forward, but really, what target do you think he's going to want to be going for?
He can't go on anything. If he pushes up, he's going to be out of line of sight. He can't push behind those boxes whatsoever because Min Poike
there's the Leap Fear onto Soda, but he is in range of Tremor. Talbot pulling back very quickly there. Shockwave coming out now onto Chanimal there. Who's the Stormbolt as well. The Deep Freeze coming out onto Soda into the Poly. They're going to be going hard onto Talbot. Now they're swapping it over on Chanimal as the C-Smash does go up. And Poike taking a little bit of damage, but he is going to pop that Innervate early on. I think it's a good choice. May as well get that rolling.
Yeah, and that was from a UA Dispel. He's trying to clean off as many UAs as he can, but look, Chanimal just tossing it right back up. They're almost doing nothing to Min Poike. Oh, there we go. And just as I say that, Soda pushes up for a Cyclone.
Yeah, and look at No Lifer dipping pretty low here. He's going to be dropping the Ring of Frost. The MCS goes out. He's going to sheep Chanimal off that. That's going to be trinketed or perhaps just dispelled instantly there by Soda. We do see No Lifer forcing the block at the same time. Zunyaki, gets knocked back down. We talked about those Thunderstorms, and here it is now. The Ascendance has been popped. Spiritwalker's Grace is up. Talbot wants to get some damage done. Zunyaki, though, LOSing him, shutting down everything there. Wasn't really able to get any damage off, and Talbot dipping a little bit. There's the full sheep onto Soda. Talbot may have overextended a little bit here. He does pop the Shaman Rage, taking a lot of damage, but No Lifer at the same time. He's the one getting in more trouble. The Orb comes out. Deep Freeze on Soda. Nice CC, and the Shaman Rage about to expire here. Full clone off that. Soda still sitting through this. Is this the right choice? He trinkets late. The Annex comes out. Shaman Rage does expire there. So, wow, playing it a little bit tight to the chest there with Soda, trying to get a little bit greedy with that trinket. It has to use it, but now Zunyaki popping dive by the sword. Last Stand has to come out. He's in trouble. The Halaterra goes down. Last Stand will expire here pretty shortly. Min Poike still CC. He needs to be healed up. Last Stand about to drop. He could be going down here. The shield is used preemptively. 10k HP. He catches the Swift Mend. He looks like he will survive for now, but more CC on Min Poike. He's feared. The shield wall is about to expire. It does go down, and he's trying to LOS. He's trying to stay alive. If any more damage comes in, this could be it. Heart of the Wild bomb by Soda. He's trying to finish him off. 40k, 30k. Moonfire's coming in. Mass Spell Reflect goes up. Soul Drain coming in. He survives. He's alive, and they're still fighting. Soda trinketing offensively there. Can they turn it around?
Oh, wow, and that Heart of the Wild isn't going to stay up too much longer as we see Talbot trying to dump as much damage as he can into No Lifer, as not able to, though. Down to half. Look at that. Min Poike's team is in trouble right now. We see the trinket come out from No Lifer.
But look at Talbot. He's taking a lot of damage. He has, he does have his Shaman Rage back up, but Soda, no trinket available, getting so aggressive there. Do you think they can capitalize on this?
I don't know. They're going to have to CC chain off of that onto Soda. They had some good ones going, but man, Zunyaki barely lived during that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Down to 10,000 HP at multiple points during that. Such a smart decision. Pre-shield walling that, knowing his last stand was about to fall. He definitely would have gone down, had he not done that. And just great job kiting by him as well. But good CC, to force all those cooldowns. And Zunyaki's not going to have any of that available for quite some time. No trinket on anyone except Min Poike. And look at No Lifer getting spiked down here. This Shockwave does come out on both the DPS. That's going to shut down that first attempt. But Zunyaki now is going to be the target. He's out in the middle of the map here. And Soda into the full sheep. They're going to be looking to go on Channels. Channels, though, porting out of there, immediately.
Yeah, and he got, the second he saw the CC come out on Soda and Talbot. See, this is kind of a dangerous situation as he is playing Stormbolt and able to stun Chanimal right there, but not being able to do much off of that. This is a risky position for this warrior to be in. Yeah, it definitely is, but as we do see, the trinket just came back up for Soda. That is huge. They're going to feel a lot more confident now about living through these burst attempts here from this warrior mage, but, dampening, going to be a different story this time around. I'm not sure on the time on that, but it is, going to be up here in about a minute, I can see now, and I think that it's going to go a bit more into the favor of MIR as that does come up. Yeah, Zunyaki, I haven't seen him toss out too many shockwaves so far this match. There's a clone reflected on his Soda. Could they make something happen off of this? Channel could be the target, but no, they're going to swap it over onto Talbot. There's the MCS, the shockwave, is going to be out on one of the DPS. We see a Stormbolt on the other. Deep Freeze onto Soda. Soda going to fit through that, but he's getting tanked by this Orb right now. He's down about half HP, but no follow-up CC coming out on Soda. I think Talbot should be okay, but still sitting pretty low. Yeah, and that was a lot of cooldowns out of Zunyaki. That was pretty much it offensively that he had. He has both those trinkets up, just being able to put out so much damage with that recklessness. But look at this damage, down to 100,000 HP. Gonna have to pop that die by the sword for that damage reduction once again. We can see Shield Wall up in 27, Mass Spell Reflect up in 20. He needs to get out of there. Nice Coex comes in. They're trying to CC Min Poike. He's gonna have to trinket that. Shockwave coming out to deny the reclone from Soda. A good job there breaking it up, but we do see Talbot gonna be sheeped off. He's gonna get dispelled out of that. Min Poike, doing a good job healing Zunyaki back up. But I mean, look at this pressure. They're just standing on top of him. It's so hard. Where does he go? The Iron Bar coming up now is gonna be enough to
to probably try to stabilize, hopefully top him back off. But look at the damage coming from Talbot just non-stop. They just cannot top him back off. Now the fear, the intimidating shout comes out. MCS saw him at the same time. He can't tremor it. Talbot could be in some trouble here. Talbot taking a lot of damage, but so is Zunyaki. And Soda going to get deep frozen off that. Talbot does get a nice shockwave, though. Going to keep himself alive.
Wow, that was a great job right there. Talbot not having to use anything, especially because his Shamanistic Rage wasn't even back up at that point. As we see the Hex going out on a no-lifer, Mimpoke dispelling that UA, taking a lot of damage, down to half himself.
Yeah, and Chanimal going to be in the shockwave there. He doesn't have Blood Horror. His port's going to be up in a bit, but he is, susceptible right now. Soda is in the clone, but I don't think they're going to need to use any trinkets on this. There's the MCS on the Talbot. Will they swap it back onto him with that? No, it doesn't look like it, but Mimpoke, starting to struggle a little bit. Going to have to use the NS there. He's rotting low. No-lifer getting low. Now they're going to swap it over onto Zunyaki. We see the Tranquility coming out. Good choice with the Soul of the Forest. Should top his team back off, but that is a pretty important cooldown gone against such a huge spread pressure comp.
It really is, especially playing Soul of the Forest. That Tranquility is just massive. Yeah,
there's the deep freeze on Soda. They're going to go for the ring. Can they land it? The palm ring comes in. They're going to swap it over onto a Talbot right now. We can see Talbot is that main target, but they're going to clone him off. They're going to swap it now over onto Chanimal. The orb is out. He's taking a lot of damage. He could go down. He ports out just in time. We did see that Stormbolt out there. Do they have any follow-up CC? Maybe a Shockwave here for Soda. Doesn't look like it, but Chanimal still staying very, very low. He's in some trouble, but they're going to swap it over on Zunyaki. He got bashed behind the pillar. MCS on him in Poike into the fear. He has no trinket. Zunyaki's going to have to be careful here as his healer is CC'd for quite some time, and there may be follow-up CC coming in, so he needs to play safe, and he's doing so. He's trying to stop Chanimal from doing anything, but look at No-Lifer now, getting dipped down there by Talbot. Talbot just swapping it around, just seemingly at will, able to bring anyone low HP.
It really is. Every single time I see those lava bricks come out,
but look at his damage.
Silence on top of him, taking so much damage from that warrior as he tries to struggle to get back in line of sight of Soda, and there he goes. Oh, the shockwave hits both the Shaman and Soda. Wow, he is in trouble.
Yeah, and the Shaman Rage was used. There's a DR clone out on Chanimal. We see that MIR has stabilized for now, but look at those procs coming out there from Talbot. Going to be able to dip Zunyaki down pretty low. He says, screw this. He's going to switch it over onto Chanimal, get himself back into a better spot, but he is cloned off. And I mean, Ironbark's up, but no Hot's going to get CC on him in Poike. They can. There's the clone. I think he has to trinket. He trinkets immediately, but the shield wall comes out. Will it be enough? 50k HP there briefly. We see the Ring of Frost onto Soda. Talbot taking a lot of damage as well. They're trying to switch it around, but they need more CC. There's a Disorient onto Soda. Can they get anything else off that? Doesn't look like it just yet, but we see the recklessness and everything being popped here now by Zunyaki. He's trying to go offensive, but he's so low. Is this the right choice? He's just going to try to all in a little bit here. Now swapping him back over on a Chanimal, putting him into the shockwave, but he's going to get Blood Horde off, and those cooldowns really did not accomplish much.
Oh, that was a scary situation from Skillcapped. We saw Soda push up, trying to get those offensive clones and get deeped into a ring. He had to trinket the very end of the ring, so it was that trinket use was kind of rough right there.
Yeah, definitely, but I mean, sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to be willing to make those split second decisions to be able to keep your team alive. And Chanimal taking a little bit of damage, maybe overextending here. He's kind of back behind the pillar. If he gets stunned, he could be in some trouble. Do they have any CC for Soda? Chanimal sitting pretty low, but so is No-Lifer. And No-Lifer taking the worst of this exchange is going to be forced into the ice block, even with the temporal up right now. We can see Ascendance was popped there by Talbot. Talbot has the Spearwalker's Grace up as well. A new Water Elemental being summoned here. Can they get anything done with this? Perhaps going to go for some CC on Soda. Nope, but he's going to shift that Nova right away. Now there's the fear. The MCS deep on Talbot. He's going to trinket and Tremor Soda out of that fear. Quick reactions there by Talbot is going to save him from using more cooldowns.
He absolutely is, and this warrior is just taking so much damage this entire fight. He's always in line of sight of one of those casters. Just so much damage coming out. As you can see, the rip all over everyone.
Oh, here's Heart of Wild. This has been key, but nice. He knocks him back. The Typhoon comes out, putting him into the ring, and that's a huge ring. And Talbotar's in some trouble, and we see the dampening stacking up so high now. Talbotar having to use that Shaman Rage so early. The clone comes out on Soda. Do they have anything off that? Talbotar is dipping low, and Hots are going to start doing nothing here. The MCS comes out on Talbotar, and we see No-Lifer getting low as well. AoE Spell Reflect coming out there from Broyaki, but it's a little bit too late to reflect the clone. Talbot, though, into the Stormbolt. He's in trouble, but so is Zunyaki. Zunyaki is at about 200k HP. Mimboyke into the fear. No-Lifer low as well. We're seeing trouble on both sides here. Soda still has that Heart of the Wild active, but they're all caught in triple shockwave. That's huge. The lower cooldown is going to be a big part as well, but they need to get away. They need to recover, get back out of there.
They really do. Soda had to sit through such a long CC chain right there because of that trinket he had to use earlier. Mimpoike is down to half now.
Yes, instantly on the Tranquility. This could be it. He's trying to get out of there. Lava Burst coming in. Shadow Fury. This is going to be it. 3K. He's going to go down. The trinket comes out. It is not enough. And Skillcap take another game.
That was incredible. That spell lock. Wow.
just instantly locking him on the Tranquility. He had to go for it. There was no other way to catch up. He gets the Solar Force. He goes for the Trank. It's not enough. Channel's too fast, locking him out instantly. He's trying to get away behind the pillar. The Shadow Fury comes in. The Trinket comes in, but it's too little, too late. It was enough to hold him in line of sight to get that Lava Burst off. That was all they needed. They're able to get the third straight match, and that is just massive. They're now at game point, guys. Skill Cap, one game away from being your global champions.
Oh, that is incredible. Oh, now you have to wonder what's going through MIR's head. What map are they going to pick? It seems like their only choice at this point is probably Tiger's Peak, but I didn't think they played that well on that map so far this tournament.
I don't know, man. It's tough. It's like at this point, how do you stay positive? You know what I mean? You just lost 3 straight games. You worked so hard to get here. They've basically lost 6 games in a row now to this team in this tournament, and now they have to win 4 in a row.
Hey, if there's any team that can do it at this tournament, I would say it's MIR.
I would agree. I mean, they were. I predicted them to win. I definitely thought they were capable of it. But Skill Cap is just looking so bulletproof. It's just they seem to have such a solid grasp, especially with these tournament rules. I think that with the change on dampening and everything, they're adjusting their playstyle so much to fit that. I think that the way Soda uses Heart of the Wild, I think it's just I really feel like it's making a difference. In Poike, we're seeing him use Heart of the Wild defensively, which I understand. That's more classically what a lot of people do online and everything like that. They use it more of a defensive cooldown. But here, it's like it makes such a big difference when you're in dampening. Damage is more effective than healing.
Absolutely.
And he's timing out his Heart of the Wild so that the second one comes up at such a key time. It's when you see that the dampening is basically getting to a point where it's almost impossible to heal through. It's like it just gets to this point where it's like 10 minutes in, Heart of the Wild comes back up, and they seem to win every game at that point.
Absolutely, and it's interesting to see the dynamic of cooldowns, especially where we are going to be playing shorter matches historically than in the past. Our 15-minute time rule means something with a 6-minute cooldown, like Heart of the Wild. If you use it at the start, then you have another chance later in the match, which is what we've been seeing.
Definitely. But we are going to be going into what potentially could be the last game of the series. Skill Cap looking to claim their global championship title, looking to take home that $105,000. Let them make some noise. Let's hear it, guys. If you want Skill Cap to win, we're going into Tolveron Arena. That is the choice here for MIR. They need to win here. Can they do it? If you'd like MIR to start the comeback, give them a cheer, guys.
I want to see MIR put some hard CC chains onto Soda, force that Trinket early, and then just follow up with more CC and kill Talbadar when his Shamanistic Rage is down. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. The gateway coming out here immediately now. We can see going to be a nice gate there across map from Chanimal. And Broyaki going to be charging out. What will he be able to get done this time around? We're going to see that Stormbolt followed up by the Shockwave onto Talbadar, just trying to lock him down right at the start. Zuniac? Okay, never mind. Anyway, everything looks fine, and he is going to be just going over onto Chanimal now, trying to just maybe deny some of that CC that was so key, coming out on the main Poike last game. So it looked like they went on Talbadar a lot more at the beginning of the match in the last few rounds, and now it looks like they're going to try to start on Chanimals right from the beginning. And, there's the fear. Now the swap's going to come on in Talbadar. They did have the Trinket immediately, but he can't get in Tremor range, so he had to sit that. Down to 200k HP is Talbadar, and we see a Deep Freeze coming out onto Soda. So a pretty nice start there, denying that Tremor, forcing the Trinket out with that Intimidating Shout. That was great. Soda choosing not to Trinket whatsoever. We see the Stormlash Totem come out by Talbadar as he does have that Ascendance up. Lots of damage on Poke. Oh, wow, down to 150,000 health. And they're going to try to set up out of this, man. They're going to look for that fear. Can they get it? It doesn't look like it. No, we saw Zuniaki getting swapped over onto Channels, trying to shut down that fear. So, Poike will be okay for now, but already getting that block out of the way is massive. Even if they don't want to go for a kill on him, you can't get out of CC now. And the Tranquility having to be used there very early on. We can see Poike just trying to kite away, trying to play defensive, and this is very much so his playstyle. Yeah, Talbadar gets locked right there, trying to toss out a bunch of damage, and it looks like the choice to go on Min Poike was awesome, except look at that, he didn't even have to Trinket there. Yeah, definitely great, but the ice block being used is just so big. So we do see Zuniaki out in the middle of the map, going to be rooted. Chanimal kind of just having those peels coming out from his teammate, helping him deal with that warrior, and doing a good job spreading out the damage anyway, keeping those dots rolling on everyone. Even with this warrior kind of sitting on his back, and Talbadar now is going to be put into that Cyclone. He's going to be stuck in that, and was Frost Nova to LOS, and maybe they're going to try to look for swap it over onto him, because we see that Soda now is also into a Cyclone, so they're not really getting any damage out just yet, but there's the double
double shockwave onto both the DPS. Blood Horror going to be able to land, though, on Zuniaki.
Yeah, Soda's having some problems with those spell reflections. That's the second clone we've seen reflected so far. Of course, Zuniaki is going to be the target since he's in the center the whole time. Talbot was pushed up extremely offensive, and I thought that they were going to punish him.
Yeah, look at No Lifer, though. He was down to about 200k, gets the Temporal up. AoE Spell Reflect coming out as well. Going to pull back. We see Mimpoike was into the Howl there. There's the Temporal falling, so he is going to be in a lot of trouble. The Ice Block is forced there. Fear coming out onto Mimpoike. He's going to be feared again off that. They're going to dot him up. Maybe look to swap it over onto him. We saw the clone there out onto Zuniaki. No Lifer trying to cut away here. He's trying to retreat, trying to get healed back up. But Talbot is in hot pursuit. You see the Lava Surge proc up on him, bringing him down about 200k. The clone comes out on Mimpoike. He's going to have to NS heal there as well. Now he's MCS into a Shadow Fury. They're just shutting him down so much. Mimpoike falling desperately far behind here. Will he be able to catch back up? They're going to try to turn around with the Frost Orb. The Shockwave comes out onto Soda. We see there's that Trinket coming out from Talbot. Our Shaman Rage uses immediately as well. And the Storm Bolt coming out there onto Chanimal. But look at Zuniaki now. Going to be cloned low. Mimpoike, he's a little bit low as well. He's being forced back now, and they're going to try to swap it over onto Zuniaki here. He's down dangerously low. 100k. He may have the shield wall here. We see the parry going up. There's the bash on Mimpoike. He's not trinketing just yet. MCS. Oh, CS unfortunately onto Zuniaki. That could have meant the kill if they had it, but unfortunately they do not. But the fear comes out. It doesn't matter. It's over. They've done it. Skill Cap are your 2013 Blizzcon Global Champions. No shield wall coming out, and that is going to be that. Janimal, Talbot, Soda, too strong, crushing through the tournament, dropping no series at all, man. They were untouchable the whole time.
Oh, wow. This was their tournament to win. They came in as the #1 seed. It was one of our predictions to be in the grand finals against MIR, and just watching them destroy MIR yesterday and destroy them again on stage. Wow.
Just incredible play from all three members, man. I thought he was going to be able to live there, but able to get the kill regardless. Just the burst coming in from Talbot was just too much. Zuniaki not expecting it, unable to get the shield wall up before that Shadow Fury came out. And you can see the teams rejoicing, their friends rushing up on stage.
Even
with them, a Blood Elf is randomly there. Who knows who that is? And
this is one of the greatest stories in World of Warcraft. Yeah. This group of friends, I would say. They've been together for so long, played on teams, played against each other, and this camaraderie right here. Look at all those guys.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. So just you can see they're just so happy, and rightfully so. Going to be going home not only with the $105,000, but with the knowledge that they're the best team in the world, and those trophies that they're going to be able to take home. They're going to have those forever. Something definitely going to want to cherish. So just awesome stuff. So happy for these guys. They've worked hard. They've been here many times, and Soda coming so close in the past, losing in the grand finals. In the final game, now has his sweet revenge. Ironically playing the comp that he lost to last BlizzCon. So maybe that's what he needs to do. Talbot coming to BlizzCon after BlizzCon, not getting the results that he wanted in the past, and now for him as well. Very happy for these guys.
This is great validation for these guys. I mean, when you go through the whole tournament year and you play those online tournaments, you get your chances to prove yourself, but in the end, really doesn't matter when it comes down to the amount of prize pool for BlizzCon. $105,000 these guys won.
Pretty incredible, guys. But also, obviously, big congratulations to Skill Cap. But guys, let's hear a big round of applause for our second place finishers. MIR going to be taking home $45K, putting up a great performance, giving us some very exciting games, and nothing to be ashamed about here. One of the very best teams in the world, proving that time and time again throughout the tournament. All three players playing very well. It wasn't enough here this time, but they'll be back.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen those names a lot. Zuniaki told us that he just wanted to show us good games, and we definitely did. Yeah, you got to respect that, man. You got to respect that kind of attitude. Too many people, can get down on themselves about this stuff. And, he said, they were going to give it their best, and they were going to try to show games, and they were able to do that. So congratulations to them as well, taking home $45,000. That does mean our third and fourth place finishers are going to be PvP Live as well as LGIM. So they're going to both take home $19,500, about $190K given out this weekend overall just for the World of Warcraft tournament. Obviously big prizes being given out for StarCraft as well. So, big things happening at BlizzCon. Very exciting stuff. Absolutely, and I loved watching the Hearthstone tournament also on our stage. And hey, my boy Artosis won. I called that from the beginning.
Oh, wow. There you go, man. So pretty sick. Congratulations to him as well, of course. But yeah, guys, I've been so happy to be here. So I want to thank Blizzard for bringing me in, and I want to thank you, Jared, for doing an excellent job this whole weekend. Obviously it was fun commentating with you, getting a chance to do it in the finals. Pretty awesome. And thank you, obviously, to all the fans, guys. So much for giving, all your support to us, to the teams throughout the weekend. So that's it for me, guys, this weekend. Jared, any last words?
I love World of Warcraft PvP. I love being on stage, watching these matches. It makes me go home and just queue so many arena games every time.
Yeah, all right, guys. Well, that's it. We're going to head over to the stage with Zoe for the winner's interview.
Thank you so much, Jared and Isaac. That was absolutely amazing. Skill Cap did take it, and we're going to get that ceremony on its way. And for that, I need some help here on stage. So please, welcome here, Brian Holinka. Brian Holinka has been casting throughout the weekend, kind of lost his voice as well, but he will help me still. He is the PvP designer of that game, and we will now get our winners here. And you know who those are. Please welcome to the stage, Talbadar, Soda, and Janimo. Skill Cap took the victory, $105,000. And not only do they get the title and the money, but also very, very, very awesome trophies. But before that, I just want to quickly pick your brain. Soda, you've been so close to this title before, and now it finally happened. I can't even begin to think what must go on inside you, but maybe just try to explain it to the audience what this means to you.
It would have meant more if it was a closer game. But it's not insulting, but it was so epic in 2010 when it was tied 2-2 and the game timed out, and then it was just so close, and there was so much more emotion there. But I was really emotional today too, and I don't know. I'm just so happy that I could win it with Chanimals and Talbadar, and I think I owe it to them really for carrying me here today. They did amazing, amazing things today. They did so much damage, and I appreciate that. So yeah.
Well, it was a blast, and we did see the emotions boiling high. I mean, I think you pushed even over a chair. I totally saw that coming. So please, once more, a big round of applause for our winner. And we will now hand out our trophies, the hooded guardians of the Dark Portal. Brian Holinka will provide you with those, alongside the title, as well as, of course, $105,000. Our champion, Blizzcon 2013. The World of Warcraft Arena Grand Finals are coming to an end with a very convincing series of those teams, but I really want to thank all those teams who played throughout the tournament yesterday as well as today. It's been amazing to watch them play it out. The emotions were bowling high. I want to thank everyone who came here to the venue and watched it, cheering for those teams. And of course, our lovely casters, Josh and Adam and Jared, and as well as, of course, Isaac. They did an amazing job casting that. So please, one more round of applause for everyone involved. It's been such a great experience. I thank you all for tuning in from home. It was nice having you here as well, and we very much hope to see you again next year. So thank you and goodbye.